Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we will be solving this problem from Code Forces round 6 363 division 2. The problem name is one bomb. So problem statement goes like: you are given a description of the depot, which is a rectangular checked field n into m size. Okay, so let me explain through the test case because I know you have read the problem. After that you have came to the video. So you are given an n into n matrix, okay, in which the stars are let's suppose houses. So the index on which I'm placing the bomb, I can destroy all the houses in that column as well as and in that row. So let's suppose let me take an example. So for example, I have given a matrix something like this, okay, and suppose I am placing the bomb here. So I can destroy all the houses in this row and all the houses in this column, okay, so sorry, in this column and in this row. So the problem statement is, can you destroy all the houses using at most one bomb? So basically you have to use a single bomb to destroy all the houses. For example, in this test case, if I place a bomb here, then I will destroy this row, this complete row, and I will destroy this column. This entire column. So in this, the answer will be possible yes. And we also have to print the coordinate where we will place our bomb in order to destroy all the houses in the matrix given. Okay. So this was the complete problem statement, which I know you guys have already read that. So let's move to the approach to this problem. How can we approach this problem? So what is the basic idea which come to your mind after reading this problem? Can I destroy all the houses? So in which cases I can't destroy the houses? I can destroy all the houses if all the houses are present in a single row and a single column. So let's suppose let's say I'm maintaining a row vector in which I'm storing all the houses which are present in that row. Suppose I'm on the ith row, so I'm storing all the value of the houses which are present in that row. Let's suppose in this test case, in the first row, the number of houses present are 1. In second row, number of houses are 1. Third row, number of houses are 5, 4 or 5, whatever it is. And in fifth row, so at ith row, I'm storing the number of houses in the ith row. And similarly for each column, I will store the number of houses present in each column. And let's suppose I'll start placing my bomb on each index, and I will check whether I can destroy all the houses after placing my bomb on that index or not. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. I will also count the total sum of houses which are present in my grid, so that I can check whether I can destroy all the houses after placing my bomb on that box or not. So let me show my code to make it more clear to you. So here is the code on which we got the accepted verdict. So let me explain it stepwise. So we have given n and m. So I have taken two integers n and m, and I have taken the grid in the form of vector of string. Okay. So our code start from here. So I have taken two vectors, rows and column, where I will be maintaining the number of houses present on the ith row and number of houses present on the ith column. Okay. And I have taken a variable total in which I will store the total number of houses present in my grid. So from here I have started maintaining my row vector and column vector as well. So first of all, I have maintained my row vector. I have traversed through the matrix, and so I have counted all the houses present on my ith row, and I have stored the number of houses present on the ith row on the ith index of my row vector. And similarly, I have stored the number of houses present on the ith column on the ith index of my column vector. And then I have counted the total number of houses present in my grid. And after that, I have started placing the bomb on each of the boxes of the grid and checking whether I can destroy all the houses after placing the bomb on that box or not. Okay. So how I'm doing that, let's understand it. So I start traversing the grid and checking whether all the houses present on that row and that column. And why I'm doing that -1? Because let's suppose there is a house present on the grid on which we are placing the bomb. So when I'll count the number of houses in the row, and when I'll count the number of houses in the column, so the grid on which we are right now will be counted 2 times. So I have to subtract 1 from the total number of houses which we are counting here. So I will start traversing my grid and check whether all the houses present in the row and that column also will be equal to total. Means all the total number of houses which we are initially was in the grid are equal to the number of houses in that row and that column or not. Okay. If the condition is satisfied, then yes and return. Okay, and we are placing the bomb on that index which we are currently on, which we are getting our condition satisfied. And if there is no house on the box on which we are currently, so we have to simply count the number of houses in the row and column, and if it is equal to total, then we have to print yes. And if we don't get any box where putting the bomb will destroy all the houses, then we will simply print no here. Okay, so this was the entire code for this problem. Thank you guys for watching the video.